What is up, guys? This was not pre-set up. I didn't warn anyone about this. I just wanted to go live now publicly. Hopefully you can hear me. I got some new headphones the other day, so hopefully the audio is okay. But I'd love to get some questions at the end. I'm going to give a small little speech about how I want to try and impress upon you guys certain information, certain facts that will allow you to not let ENTs and other people scare you. Because I've been thinking about this a lot, and coincidentally, in the last 2 weeks, I've gotten this question actually quite a bit. By the way, I've just woken up, so if you hear me moving around, that's what I'm doing at the moment, is getting ready to go out and work for the whole day because that's what I do a lot, finishing off the book for the course and such. But as I was saying before, I get this question a lot now, which is, hey, Liam, what is the one thing that I can do to get silence? Or what is the one thing that is the most effective? Or what is the one thing, excuse me, that I should focus on the most? Like, what is the one thing? And I used to say, when I first started doing this years ago, 4.5 years ago now, and I got silence, and I almost immediately started telling people about this. And I used to say, well, it's obviously dry fasting because it cleans the cells, it kills parasites, it kills mold, it kills senescent cells, aka zombie cells, it clears out everything, it dehydrates the cells so that all these pathogens can't live, and so on and so forth. It helps the nervous system, and it helps drain out the lymphatic system, it helps fix your kidneys, it turns on antidiuretic hormone, it gives them a break, all sorts of different things which have a trickle down effect. And then I sort of time went on, I got a bit wiser. And I thought, well, no, actually, it's more personalized. You see, what it really is I've got all these steps, I've got all these different things. You've heard me tell them all before. If you ask, Liam, how do you get rid of silence? I ask, why haven't you even looked at my stuff? It's all free. But I used to say, well, you've got to try all the things, and you have to see which one works best for you. And that's true. That's true. But and here's the thing. Okay. There are different things work better for different people. Like some person, a gallstone cleanse might work. For others, sunlight might help them. For others, it might be the gym. Perhaps for others, it's the blue blockers. It doesn't matter. And also, the thing that's going to work for you the best is, I would dare say, random. It is not going to correlate to the major cause of your tinnitus. For example, if you got tinnitus from a concussion and you think that doing neck exercises will help you the most, bet you $100 you're wrong. I bet you it's blue blockers or something like that, something that you would never expect. If you got tinnitus because of a stressful person or a stressful job, or let's say your father died or your mother died or your child died, and I've had people like that. It's very sad. Life is hard. It's not fucking easy. Let's say you got tinnitus or hyperacusis or pulsatile tinnitus or vertigo or Meniere's disease or hearing loss or visual snow, or a combination of either or, maybe perhaps even all of them, or perhaps two of them, three, four, you get the idea. Or just one. From a child dying, or even a pet dying, honestly. People are attached to their pets too, that's fine. You might think that therapy might help, but I guarantee you it's eating liver. Let's say you get tinnitus from a loud noise exposure, like my testimonial Dan online. You would think that perhaps some sort of ear training or habituation process might help you the most. You know what Dan did that stopped him, that silenced his tinnitus in the end? He stopped eating nuts because of the salicylate. Salicylate is a defense mechanism in plants that they use in scientific studies to cause the onset of tinnitus. Are you guys listening? So now what I tell people is, it's not one little individual thing. And I want you, everything I just said then about blue blockers and fasting and salicylate and neck exercises, I want you to hold that thought in your mind, okay? As I continue. So, what is the one single thing that you can do that will be the most effective on your journey to get you silenced quickest, safest, and easiest? You don't want to waste time, you don't want to put in too much effort, and you want it done in, let's say, 6 months. That's fine. That's doable. Not saying that it's inevitable, but it is doable in terms of the time frame. It might take a year. That's life. What is the one thing that you can do that will help you the most? It's actually hope. Did you get that? I didn't say muscle release. I didn't say cold showers. I didn't say saunas. I said hope. And the reason hope matters so much is because the journey to silence is not always easy. You know, it's it's sad, and I could remember it myself actually as I think about it now. Just how fucking hard it was. Like it was really fucking hard. Excuse me. It was really fucking hard doing it myself. I can remember having tinnitus for it was about 4 years in total, and for the first 3 years there was nothing that even resembled what hope might even look like if there was any. Going from ENT to audiologist to specialist to therapist to psychiatrist to psychologist. And not a single fucking person gives you any hope. Excuse me. I can remember that shit so fucking well. And I see you guys going through it. I see you guys going through it, and it's not fair. And the worst part of it is that these ENTs think that they're helping you. They think that they're helping you, and when you tell them, well, I think there's a way I can beat it, what can I do? They look at you like you're an idiot. And it is so unfair. And it is so disappointing. And I know the route that people take when they get tinnitus. I know what it is. Let's say you get tinnitus from noise trauma, or let's say you get it from stress, or a knock to the head, or a medication like an antibiotic, quinolone, or acne medication like Accutane, or hair growth medication like finasteride, or erection medication like Cialis, a depression medication like Wellbutrin, Xanax, Zoloft, Ativan, maybe a sleep medication like amitriptyline. Now, I know all these medications off the top of my head because so many people come to me who get tinnitus from these things. And you go to an ENT and they say there's nothing you can do. And you go to your family and they don't understand you. They say it's not that bad. It's just a ringing in your ears. It's just a humming in your ears. It's just a whirring. It's just a chirring, popping, crackling, hissing, roaring, screeching, buzzing. We've all had that. Yeah, I had that after a rock concert a few years ago. Yeah, it's annoying. Hey, anyway, get your stuff. We're gonna go to lunch with our friends, and you have to sit there through that fucking lunch and know that no one fucking understands you. No one gets the pain. But you know who does get the pain? People on forums. So that's where you go. You want a bit of hope, just anything that looks remotely like someone has the answer to your fucking problem. And unfortunately, you find tinnitus forums. Now, if you're listening right now and you've had tinnitus for over a month, I guarantee you've seen these tinnitus forums. You've been on them. Am I wrong? No. So you go on these forums, and that is where hope really dies. Because before, you were talking to people who'd never had tinnitus before. You were talking to ENTs, audiologists. I just rattled off the list. Even some ENTs have tinnitus themselves. But let's exclude those from this for now. We'll get back to those legends. You go on these forums, and these are people who've actually had tinnitus. They go, great, these are my people. People of all ages, all causes, all races, all genders. They got it from pregnancy. They got it from lack of sleep. They got it because they live in a country that's so cold there's no sun or something like that. They got it from veganism. They got some people don't even know where they got it from. They woke up from surgery and it was there. What caused it? Was it the medication? Who knows? Was it anesthetic? Was it the drip? Was it the antibiotics? Was it the amoxicillin? Was it the gentamicin? What was it? They don't have any answers either. And I don't know what it is, I can't tell you, but the natural tendency for humans when they get in big groups is this mob mentality of fucking negativity. And unfortunately, I've seen it in my own Facebook group. And that's why the new course is not going to have a Facebook group because I don't know what to do. I just don't. I tried monitoring it. I tried doing it all myself. I pay someone a lot of fucking money to be an admin there. I have people who are actually good people contact me and tell me what goes on in the course, and it doesn't do shit because people are always just going to be negative. I don't know why, but that group's going to get deleted eventually because it's just a joke. And I created it, which is very sad because the topic of this talk is hope. Anyway, so what was I talking about just then? Sorry, I got sidetracked. I'm setting up things in the morning. So yes, right. So there's no hope. And people get negative and they say there's nothing you can do. And I can remember when I first, 4.5 years ago, got silenced, I reversed my tinnitus and hyperacusis. And I started posting on these groups and I got death threats. People told me to kill myself. They said I'm a scammer. Say I'm going to fucking rape your mum. You're an animal. Personal messages, public messages, awful stuff. I said, guys, look, I wasn't even selling anything back then. I said, look, here's this thing. I did dry fasting, cold showers. I was still eating plenty of vegetables back then, but it still worked. I was doing this. And I think it works. You should try it. No one gave a solitary fuck. Now, why was that? Why did people instantly not want to listen to it and truly think I was a scammer? Because there was no hope. There is no hope. There is nothing. If you go on the internet, there is fucking nothing. What is it? You guys have seen it. What is it when you go on the internet? Go on the Mayo Clinic, okay? Go to the best clinics in Los Angeles, which I've been to. Go to the best clinics in London, which I haven't been to, but I've heard about them. Go to the best clinics in a fucking country in Africa. Go to the best clinics anywhere in Europe. Go to the best clinics in Australia, which I've been to myself personally. There's two types of ENTs, guys. I've told you this before. There's the type that don't care, and they can't help you due to their education. And there's the type of ENTs who do actually care, and I've had both. And the people who do care they genuinely care, and that's the worst part about it because they as well cannot help you because their training cannot fix you. If you guys have not yet clued up to the fact that an education of a doctor who deals with chronic issues, not acute doctors are great, like surgery, giving birth, that sort of thing. But if you've not clued up to the fact that doctors who deal with chronic issues are fucking useless, then give me some of that shit you're smoking because it sounds fun because you're living in Narnia. Okay, I want to visit. No, I want to visit Mr. Tumnus and the Ice Queen and all that shit. So we could all use a break from this world sometimes. I'll tell you that much. But don't turn to drugs. That was a joke. So there is nothing that looks like hope, but it's changing. Okay, with all the people who are finding out about my stuff, I put in the work, and now it's becoming worth it because when I got messages once a week from people who said that they tried to kill themselves, and now that tinnitus is gone, excuse me, then it's fucking worth it. You understand? Excuse me. Giving people hope. That really makes a difference when you get photos of people with their families. These are full grown adults. Sorry. It's just so fucking sad. Full grown adults. 50-year-old men with small children who tried to kill themselves because they're just getting left behind because everyone thinks that tinnitus is for life and they just can't take it anymore. Even with their kids, they can't take it anymore. And now they have silence because of fucking hope. That's all it took was just hope. Anyway, so we'll end this here because I gotta go. But guys, just so you know, you can get silence, okay? No matter how you got it, no matter how severe it is, no matter what your ENT says, okay? You can get silence, put in the work, just believe in yourself, okay? Bit of a lame ending there. Apologize for the crying, but it really makes all the fucking hard work worth it when you guys get silence. So I appreciate that. Appreciate you telling me that. Go and do it. Don't listen to fucking anybody who says you cannot do it. And have a great fucking day, okay?